This is the second episode of our tracked scooter build. For that, we needed some extra parts, so we found these three lovely ladies.
Riding to the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on an M, I need one of those. Sniffing on an M like
We found some used mountain bikes. They are all girls' bikes, so that's all we could find with good suspension. This one, the Magna Great Divide. It's kind of a weird name for a girl's bike. Oh! Okay, then we got this one, the Trail Runner. That's a nice bike. And then we have this next Ascent. So the reason we got three bikes and not just one was because we couldn't find a bike with everything we wanted on it all together. So we kind of pieced it all together. So we have this shock. Yes, it's pink. We're going to use it. This bike also has one of those. We're going to use it as well, and it's pink. And this bike has a triple tree, which is nice. It's kind of more rugged. Heavy duty, I guess you would say. This is gonna be the steering. And then we're gonna have to figure something else out because we're not gonna use a bike tire, but we just mainly needed this. Basically, we have three bikes that we're only gonna use 10% of each bike on. This is the second episode of the build. If you guys missed the first episode, we're gonna put that in a banner somewhere like right around here in the next couple seconds. You'll see it pop up. What we're doing today is moving on with this. And we need to add a front and a back, front, back, and then the foot plate and probably the engine mount. And that's what we're gonna get done today. Our plan for the foot plate is once we have this thing framed in and square, it's gonna pivot on the front, right? So it'll have the suspension on both sides back here. So when you stand on it, it'll be a little springy. Together with like the weight of us, I think will add more of a comfortable ride for us, but also add a little bit of suspension for this thing.
Think this thing will be able to do burnout?
Maybe with us not on it, I bet it will. I mean, all in all, this thing it doesn't really weigh a lot. Like, how much do you think that weighs?
20, 30 pounds?
20, 30 pounds? Yeah, that's not that bad.
Mason's worried about the bikes being immobile. He wants to still ride them for some reason. I know they're his favorite color, especially the middle one. Yeah, we gotta take the suspension out, so they're just gonna be a saggy pile of garbage after that. That is our first order of business, is taking out these suspension
Gonna
bits.
weld a little piece in right here. 1.5 and
Yeah, he's gonna fill this space.
1.5.
So once you take the suspension out, it no longer collapses on itself. Yes.
Oh, this is a gel package. Wow, look at that seat.
Let's see that lowrider.
It's low riding all right, it's on the ground.
Okay, so two different bikes. They were a little bit different colors. Let's hold them up next to each other.
Oh, they are slightly different with the knob things.
But what about lengthwise?
They are different lengths, but only just.
Gotta take out the top bushing so we can fit washers to make the suspension the same length. Oh, looks like you got it.
Did you ever have a doubt?
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Don't tell the truth. Between it.
Wow, that's a really quality unit right there.
Nice and tight seal. Jeez.
We didn't miss the important step. We almost did, but these wheels weren't actually connected, so we just copied their idea from the factory where they just stick a bolt through, and that's how it ties the wheel to the axle.
You got the space in between it?
And the spacer, yeah. So we got both holes drilled, both of them bolted on, so now they actually will provide power to the track. We're gonna try and tackle the easy stuff first, which is the engine mounting. We got the front cut here, then we can continue working from here, forward and then back.
Oh, jeez. These wheels just want to. Oh!
Alright, then we get off of there. Before I hurt myself. I ain't gonna hold our
Fat bodies.
Oh yeah, pretty good. Watch this kick flip. This kick flip.
we're gonna do the suspension a little bit. We're gonna take this square tube in here, and we're gonna fit it between the ends. Boom, boom. We're gonna cut a notch out to fit the bottom of the suspension into the pipe, and then we'll do the same on a square tubing underneath the foot plate. So
The foot plate will be right here.
Yep.
And then we'll cut a little slot right in here so the head of that goes right up in it, right at the end.
Gonna be nice.
And then yeah, we just gotta shave the tops down just a titch, almost.
So it nice. Cool.
Oh, that's that
So
one.
that sits in there. Now we gotta shave out some channels. Shave these sides down so we can fit them in the channel. We have suspension, and we have figured out how we're going to do it. We're going to weld 2 bars on the back here, so this is a little lower. She's just going to sit like that. And then the platform is going to pivot up here and back here. So it'll attach here, pivot here, and then when it'll go up. That's the theory.
So that's the suspension in the back. And in the front, we have no idea yet. We have no clue what's going on in the front yet.
Let's just get the suspension on and then see where we're at.
We got frame done.
In the next video, we'll move on to getting the foot plate on, the engine mounted. That'll probably be in the next video. And then after that, we can completely figure out the steering. Oh, it's nice outside. I haven't been outside all day. I've just been in there. Are you guys excited for this thing like we are? It's gonna be sweet. If you guys missed the first video, it's gonna be like right up here in the corner somewhere by my head. Go ahead and subscribe. Click that button. We're almost to 1,000. We're so close. Probably the end of the week. Well, it is kind of the end of the week. It's Thursday. But also good news, like I've been saying in the videos before, I finally got some merch to wear. So you guys are going to see some of that. I'll model it for you because I'm so freaking pretty. So we'll put that in right here.
Look good for the camera.
We got new merch. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. See you next time when we are working on the foot plate and the engine mounting and the front suspension.